Okay, guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I mark up my daily range high and my daily range low for the trend trap trading strategy. Okay, and the reason why this high and low is so important is it tells us if we have enough room to enter a trade, and it also tells us where the rejection areas are at because those daily range highs and daily range lows, the way that we mark them up, the way that I mark them up, are are potential rejection areas. Okay. So we don't want to take trades when we don't want to take long positions when we're too close to the high, and we don't want to take short positions when we're too close to the low. And once we're in a trade, it tells us where our target is at. It tells us whether we're able to get a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or 1 to 4 in that trade. So I'm going to show you that, but you have to wait till the end of the video to see that. And I promise it won't be very long. First, I want to go through the 12 pairs that I mark up. I'm getting ready for the Asian session here. I also want to get on Jay's live training session. It starts in about 15 minutes. I like to get on his sessions to make sure I'm not making any mistakes, make sure I'm not missing anything important. So I like to get on them sessions at least 3 times a week. He does 5 a week, Monday through Friday. So here we go. So we're on AUD USD. The trend in this right now is bearish, although it is very, very close to changing trends, right? Very, very close, but we're still bearish. We have this area right here. The price is in already, this blue area here, and we have a trend line drawn looking for a break of that trend line, and then we would confirm that with the quantum scanner, right? So remember, our first step is to identify the daily range high, daily range low. Second step, most important, is to identify the trend on the 4-hour, right? The daily range low, daily range high on the daily, the trend on the 4-hour. Then we drop to the 1-hour. We identify our support and resistance areas or zones, and then once those zones are hit, like it has been here, we look for that M or W, and then we draw a trend line and we wait for the break of the trend line. Then the fifth step is we confirm it with our quantum scanner. Okay, so that's what we're waiting for there. EUR AUD, this is a trade I took. I held this trade overnight, and I was able to get a 1 to 2 risk to reward on this trade here. This is a trade that I won. I did lose 2 trades overnight as well, but I won this trade, and I also won another one I'll show you in a second. But this is bearish, still bearish, and we're looking for this area right here. We're looking for price to come back to 1.63875. Now, if you're writing these zones down as I'm saying, and that's good, but if not, you can just go back and replay the video and pause it on each one. EUR USD is bullish, okay? So we took this trade as well. We won this trade. I got out of this trade right before the rollover, right before end of day, like 4:55 p.m. I got out. I was close enough to my target to get out of it. I didn't want to hold it over the rollover period. So I was close enough, so I decided to get out. I got about a 1 to 1.65 on this or something like that. This is bullish. We're looking for price to come back to this zone here at 1.15225. GBP USD is also bullish, and we are looking for price to come back to 1.34350. USD CHF, this is bearish, right? Price hit this zone earlier. It pulled away from it, so we're waiting right now for it to come back to here. 81,000 or 81000. Now, if price does move lower, instead, we'll be able to identify some other areas here for price to move back to. But right now, that's what we're waiting for. Silver made a big run up, and it is close to changing trends. Right now, we are still bearish on silver. We have this area right here. You could see that this is a potential trade right now in silver. Okay, I would like to wait for it to retest this area again before getting in, but some people may have already taken this trade and they're already in this trade. Again, it's not 7 p.m. yet, so we don't trade from, or I don't trade from 12:30 p.m. Eastern time to 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I have to wait until after 7, and most days I like to wait till 7:30 even as well. So I have to wait and see what this looks like at that time. If it's still relatively where it's at, I might just take it. If it moves down further, then I might wait for it to come back and retest this area or retest the neckline right up here. EURJPY is bearish as well, right? So let's see what we have here on this one. Yes, we are bearish here, and price is above this zone here. So we're waiting for price to come back right below this zone and then retest it. Now, if it doesn't do that, it may move higher, but we have a zone. The next zone is all the way up here. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this to come back down through this zone and then pull back and retest it again. And then we may be able to get a potential entry from there. And that zone is at 181.725. Gold is also up here. You could see this gave us a potential trade, but it was during our period where we don't trade, right? Gold is bearish right now. It was very close to changing trends on us. It was very close last week as well, both gold and silver. But then it continued downward. So right now we're still bearish on it. So here I would wait for a retest of this neckline right here. And that is this area right here. This line is at 4094696. So that is where our neckline is at from this potential setup here. Okay. AUD NZD is bullish. This just really shot out of this area right here. Again, a big move up. And again, it's not 7 p.m. yet. And this has moved so far here that you really don't want to even take a trade in this. You would want to wait for this to retest the area again or retest the neckline of that area. But this zone here, let's just mark this up here since it did jump out at us. This is at 1.19540. The DXY, the dollar index, we don't, US dollar index, we don't trade that, but we like to look at it just to see what it is, and it is bearish right now. So that kind of sometimes helps us determine, whether or not we should take some of the trades involving the USD pairs, right? GBP JPY is also bearish, and right now it's kind of hit this top range. Looks like maybe it just missed it. We're kind of looking for it to move up into this top range so that we can get a potential setup, or we want it to come down through this previous range and then retest it. So we got two areas here, the 211.911. But again, in order to trade from there, price needs to come down through and retest, or this area up here, which is close to hitting at 212.300. USD CAD is currently bullish, right? It is in, let's see, it came down, it just missed this area down here. And so we're kind of looking for this, the same thing here. We're looking for this to come back up through and then retest this area again. And that area is at 1.40675. But again, that's only valid if it does come back up through here, right? You need to get, at least a couple 15-minute closes above this area here before it pulls back. If not, if it continues downward here, it is close to, let's see here, what are we looking? It's close to, it's getting close to changing trends. If it continues downward, we may get a trend change to bearish in this, but we have this zone here at 1.40550 that we're looking for potential long positions from. And USD JPY is also bearish. And let's see here, it came up through this zone here, and the next zone is quite a ways up here for USD JPY. So we're looking for price to move back down through this zone again and retest this area at 157.325. Again, it has to come back through though, and then pull back and retest it. It just can't come into the zone, right? It has to come back through, retest, or it has to move up to this next zone right here. So those are the pairs. Those are the 12 pairs that I watch every day, guys. And that's telling you which way the trend is right now. And I gave you some areas, some zones on the 1 hour time frame that you can look for potential trades from. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I promised you that I would show you how we set our daily range high and our daily range low. And so I do this every day, usually after the market closes, sometimes after 5 p.m. Eastern time, before 7 p.m. Eastern time. I wanted to save to do it right now for you. So I'm going to show you a couple pairs here real fast. And to do this, we have to go to the daily time frame. And so what we like to do is on the daily, we like to see where is the next level to determine the daily range high. We want to see the next level above price where we have a blue candle, a blue body, not wicks. We're always looking at bodies, where we have a blue body that's followed by a red body candle, and the blue body candle closes and the red body candle opens it very close to that closing price. So you can see that it's not exact there, but it is very close, okay? And then once that happens, we can always pull up our line chart and we could see there's the point right there. So we're going to use that for our daily range high. And for our daily range low, we have that already set down here. That's going to be a red body candle followed by a blue body candle. And the red body candle close should be right where the blue body candle opens or very close to it. And you can see that that's very close to it. When they're not exact, then that's when you want to pull up the line chart and see where it's giving you the actual point at right there. See? And then you're going to keep these like this until you get some kind of internal structure that changes it, or if you get a daily close today or tomorrow, I should say, at 5 p.m. Eastern time, if we get a daily close below this line, we just need a daily close. We need the daily candle to close below this line. And if it does that, then we have to move it to the next level that we could find, right? And that would be further back. That would be probably about right here, right? Where we have this red candle followed by this blue candle. And we would probably identify this point right here. Okay. And so that's how we identify the daily range high and the daily range low. And what's important with this, guys, is that, you know, you would want to take, in a perfect world, you would take your sells from the top 50% of this range, and you would take your buys from the bottom 50%. But that's not a hard, fast rule. Okay. The only thing is, you just have to make sure that if you're going to take a position, that you have enough room to get your 1 to 2, to get at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio trade before you hit this daily range low. So what that looks like is, you know, we probably would not want to take a trade from this zone here, because depending on where our entry is and where our stop loss is, we may not be able to get that in. Now, if we can, then that's good. We take the trade. But if we can't, we stay away from it. Okay. So probably like to see price move up to this zone here, but this zone may still be good as well. Now, again, like I said, price has to move down through here and then retest this zone in order for this zone to be valid now, because it's already invalidated it by moving up through it. Okay. So that's now let's look at UCAD. So again, let's go to the daily chart here. And we could see prices right here. Now, when you do this, you never want to use the current candle that's forming. So you would never use this candle here that's forming right now, that started at 5 p.m. Eastern time tonight. You would never use that candle to determine one of the ranges, because it's still forming. You can only use a candle if it's done forming. So right here, you see our daily range high, the blue candle followed by the red candle. They're pretty close together, so you could just put it there right on top of there. And then down here, we have a daily range low, right? And when we used our line chart here, this got messed up, so we want to move that up here. Okay. So again, this one was a daily range low, but when this candle closed below it, then we had to go to the next one over to the left. Okay. And now if price then, you know, does some structure here, moves back down and creates another red candle followed by a blue candle, then we can move this up, right? But if we get a candle that closes above here on the daily, then we want to move up to the next range. If we get a candle that closes below our daily range low, then we have to move down to the next daily range, okay? And if we get internal structure that changes the daily range high and low without counting this current candle that's forming, we have to change it. Okay, so let's look at GBP JPY. This one here, price is down here. We have a daily range high up here. See, we have a blue candle body followed by a red candle body, pretty much even, right? It's pretty much even, a little bit of difference. If you want to, you could pull up the line chart and you can, if when it's not completely even, you can just pull up the line chart and grab the point there. Now down here, our price is right here, and we have a daily range low now that is a little bit higher than this one. Okay, so now we have to move this up a little bit to here, right? And then of course we can grab this and we can put that right on that point there. So that's moved our daily range low up a little bit now because of price action the past few days. And so now, we're really close to the bottom of this range here. So we probably don't want to take any short positions unless what? Unless price moves up to this zone here. We do have these levels though marked up, but price either moves up to this zone or price comes down through here and then retest this, right? And then we're able to change that low because we get a close below them. Okay, I'm going to do one more for you guys here. AUD, NZD, right? Price is here. This candle is currently forming. We don't want to use this candle. And you can see I don't have to make any changes to this. I have my high right here, the blue candle followed by the red candle that's relatively close. Just looking at the bodies, not the wicks. If I put the line chart, I could put it right on top of there, right? And then if I come over here, I don't want to use this because this is too much. This price is too far, right? This red candle closes here and this blue candle opens all the way up here. So I don't want to use that one. So I have to come all the way over here to where I have a red and a blue candle below price and below this area here, right? Because I can't use this area. I can't use anything up here. I have to be below this area here. And so here it is right over here. And if I put my line chart on, I could put it right on. So that's the daily range low and that's the daily range high. And that's how we set them, guys. And, I hope you guys are having a great time during this trend trap pro trading strategy. And I hope you guys decide to take the 7-day test drive so you can get access to the boot camp, get access to Jay's 5 live sessions weekly, 1 a day, Monday through Friday. I'm going to get ready to jump on his session right now at 7 p.m. Eastern time. He does them at 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, and Thursday, so that he can catch people in all the time zones. But they're all recorded, so it doesn't matter if you're working or where you're at in the country. They're all recorded, and they show up right away after they are done. So if you like this video, make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and ask me about the 7-day test drive. Have a great day, guys.